Today's WNEM TV5 Morning Extra is brought to you by Roof Max of Midland.
Thanks for tuning into TV5 Morning Extra. Remember, if you are watching on Facebook or YouTube, like, follow, and comment on the stories that mean most to you. We want to know. I'm Lauren Piesco.
And I'm Christine Winter. Let's go to First Alert meteorologist Matthew Mondro, who's been looking at snow now lightening up and clearing up this morning.
Yeah, Christine, Lauren, the snowfall has left our area, so from here conditions will be pretty quiet and road conditions only get better from here for the rest of the day too. Here's a look at that winter weather advisory. We've actually now seen this pulled back ahead of schedule for Isabella, Clare, Gladwin, Aranac, and Roscommon counties, but it is still in place for Ogama and Iosco counties this morning too. But still, again, wouldn't be surprised if those get pulled back before 10 o'clock this morning too. But again, snow has left our area as of this point, so if you're doing any sort of shoveling today, we do have some favorable conditions on the way here. Just a cloudy sky, dry weather, temps into the mid-30s, about 35. Southwest wind today should be at about 5 to 10 miles per hour, so a pretty light wind here for this Monday too. Now, we do have those school closings and delays. Most of the delays in the thumb and then the closings are up north. We still have that full list at WNEM.com. But here's I-75 in Bertram with your wall side windows camera. Again, looks pretty good here as of this point. Some of those on and off ramps still may be a little bit slick, but the main roadways themselves have been improving very quickly throughout the morning. We've seen these average speeds also starting to pick up as well. Most of the slower travel this morning has been up north. That's where most of the snow was picked up, as well as in the Bay region. But across our southern row of counties, outside of a couple of crashes, there are no major holdups to report there. We'll talk about some rain for tomorrow coming up soon. Christine, Lauren, back to you.
Well, Bay City commissioners are scheduled to meet today.
And at the top of their agenda is data centers for tonight. Mayor Christopher Gerard plans to introduce a new resolution to create clear zoning standards for data centers. His proposed guidelines would address size and location as well as power and water use.
I think a lot of these things are being rushed. Communities are kind of forced into it. I understand there's lawsuits, and that's how a couple of these happened, is through legal means, and they were kind of backed into a corner. I'd rather us be proactive, not get backed into a corner.
Now, city leaders say right now there's no data center project proposed in the city. Also on that agenda tonight, a resolution to apply for a $750,000 MDOT grant to repair and expand First Street, a presentation of the annual financial report, and the election of commission officers. The meeting starts at 6 o'clock at City Hall on Washington Avenue.
Happening today, nominating petitions are now open for the Flint mayor and city council. You can pick up petitions at the Flint City Clerk's office located on the second floor of City Hall on South Saginaw Street. The office is open Monday through Friday from 9 to 5. The deadline to file nominating petitions is April 21st. City council candidates need 75 voter signatures from their ward, while mayoral candidates need 600 citywide. The primary election is set for August 4th. The general election is November 3rd.
The Flint Township Board of Trustees will consider whether to allow the police department to buy handheld radars for patrols. The police chief, Brad Wangler, is asking the board to use nearly $19,000 in Office of Highway Safety Planning grant money for 7 LiDAR units, which are radar detectors. Now, in a letter to the board, Wangler says using that money will result in no cost to the township, and those radars will replace outdated equipment while enhancing traffic enforcement capabilities and improving overall road safety. That meeting is set for 6 o'clock at the Township Building on Dye Road.
In more local news now, Pinconning's new police chief will be sworn in this week. Current Chief Terry Spencer announcing he'll step down from his position effective January 6th, tomorrow. Spencer has served with the Pinconning Police Department since 2007 and was appointed Chief of Police back in October of 2021. Corporal Greg Knighton will take over the role of Chief of Police at a public swearing-in ceremony set for 4 o'clock tomorrow, formally marking the transition. You are watching our live stream, TV5 Morning Extra. We're going to take a quick break.
And when we come back, a popular resolution to start off the new year, what doctors have to say about the potential benefits of dry January.
And remember, if you are watching on YouTube or Facebook right now, or catching clips on Instagram, like, follow, and comment on the stories that mean most to you. Matthew will have a look at your First Alert forecast when we come back.
We had snow move through during the overnight, but the snow is now completely left mid-Michigan as of this point. So we do expect a pretty quiet Monday, and road conditions only continue to get better from here. For example, this is I-75. This is right near Miller Road in Flint Township. You can see there pretty clearly the pavement as of this point. And we actually saw I-75, at least near Flint, clearing up even earlier this morning too. So again, from here, especially a lot of main roads are continuing to get better. Still some spotty yellow on the map though in the Bay region, the Thumb, and up north. So you will still encounter some slick spots, especially up north where the most snow fell during the overnight. Our southern counties have held together pretty well. Again, you may encounter a couple of stray crashes here and there, but overall these drive times not too significantly impacted across our southern areas. Snow is completely left though. We'll just be left with the cloud coverage from here for the rest of the day. So any of your snow cleanup actually has some pretty favorable conditions, especially with the light wind, southwesterly wind today, just about 5 to 10 miles per hour, and we'll be above freezing this afternoon into the mid-30s, about 35. Now tomorrow we have some rain moving into mid-Michigan, about 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch. Briefly could see some freezing drizzle, but the fact that we only have lows down to 32 tonight and then we'll be into the mid-30s again tomorrow does mean that any freezing drizzle chance truly would be very brief. We could see a little bit of that in the middle of tonight, but more of the rain especially starts to pick up as we go into the late morning tomorrow. This is at about 9 or 10 tomorrow morning. Notice how there's a little bit of freezing drizzle, at least at the onset of this, but the rain should take over pretty quickly from there. This is by noon tomorrow, just completely rainfall at that point, and the rain will hold on into the afternoon, eventually coming to an end by about 6 in the evening for tomorrow. And after that, the rest of the evening is dry, and Tuesday night, that'll leave us with dry weather on Wednesday, which also makes Wednesday one of the quietest days of the week overall. That is something I want to point out here in the First Alert 7-day forecast too. So even though today we also have some pretty quiet weather, some of those roads still a little bit slick this morning, Wednesday all around should be very quiet. We'll have some rain starting to return late on Thursday, but especially going into Friday. But I also want to point out in the 7-day forecast all of these temperatures, these high temps for this week above freezing. We'll even see potentially some low 40s on Thursday and Friday too, but we will have temperatures starting to cool back off again into the weekend. So back below freezing, especially by Saturday night, and then going into Sunday, that high temp of only 29, and the longer term data is suggesting that we'll stay cold, possibly even colder into next week. So we will fall back into that cold weather pattern again, but for the time being, Lauren, Christine, this week is expected to be warmer than normal.
All right, across Michigan now, one of the more popular resolutions is Dry January, where someone will stop drinking alcohol for the whole month. Well, Dr. Kara Poland from Michigan State University says health benefits include improvements to sleep, increased energy throughout the day, and an overall feeling of wellness. Data from Civic Science shows 28% of those who avoided alcohol in January will return to their normal drinking habits.
A great time to try to make healthier habits. And one of those habits can, for some people, be discontinuing alcohol consumption. So it actually affects almost every organ system. People can see improvement in chronic illnesses like diabetes, high blood pressure. They can see some weight loss because those are empty calories.
Now, those who plan on returning to drinking after the month is over should note their tolerance levels may have changed. They should be extra cautious about how much they are consuming.
In more local news now, it was a busy weekend for Saginaw County Animal Control with crews involved in 2 rescues. The first involving 30 chickens dumped on the side of the road Saturday off North Portsmouth Road. Animal control officers say some were still alive when they got there, but others had died. They say the surviving chickens are now safe with warm shelter, food, and water. If you have any information on this incident and who did this, you are asked to contact Saginaw County Animal Control. We have their number listed at the bottom of your screen. Remember, you can remain anonymous. The second rescue happening late Saturday night around 11. Animal Control, Saginaw Police, and the city's fire department called to a stranded dog on the ice out on the Saginaw River. A live trap was set and police routinely checked it due to dangerous ice and weather conditions. Eventually, this dog was safely rescued and reunited with its owner.
In more local news, the Humane Society of Genesee County is celebrating its 100-year anniversary this week. The shelter is celebrating with a special open house on South Dort Highway in Burton. Everyone is welcome to come. The party is happening this Thursday from 3 to 7 p.m. There will be a ribbon cutting ceremony at 3:30. All right, let's check in now with Matthew for one final check of your forecast.
Yeah, and that 7-day forecast here above freezing for the week. One of the big stories here, so kind of this early January warm up, but we'll cool back down again this weekend and going into next week. But the snow from this morning, that's completely left as of this point. We do have some rain in the forecast tomorrow, also some rain late on Thursday going into Friday, but snow showers will eventually return this weekend.
All right, Matthew, thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us live for this edition of TV5 Morning Extra.
We will see you right back here for TV5 News at 9.